A group of friends who work at an industrial site are deeply affected by the aftermath of their service in the Vietnam War in this 1978 anti-war drama, The Deer Hunter.
Blessed is the kingdom of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
You gotta listen to me. You wanna stay down here and die?
The Deer Hunter has an astonishing cast including Robert De Niro, Meryl Streep, Christopher Walken, John Cazale, and John Savage, who are all middle-class people whose lives, like so many others, were affected drastically by the Vietnam War. The interesting thing about this anti-war film is that very little of it actually takes place on the battlefield in Vietnam. It goes more in depth of a soldier's life before and after the war. The relevancy of the title The Deer Hunter is that the friends before the war made a point to traditionally go deer hunting. Now the scenes of them deer hunting is just powerfully shot. It's beautiful. You really get the relationship that these friends have with each other. And it's just a great exposition to the aftermath of the war, to where you see how their relationship is affected by the war itself. To observe the constructural aspects of the movie, the direction by Michael Cimino, who's kind of a one-hit wonder director, did an amazing job portraying this story and the tragedy of it through great cinematography. It had great shots, beautiful scenery when they're shooting the scenes when they're deer hunting, and just powerful emotional scenes when they're in the war and the aftermath of it. It makes for a very tragic film. The acting is as well deeply tragic, not in a bad way. Robert De Niro, Christopher Walken, and John Savage are the three friends who actually served in the war. John Cazale, whose character, as well as the actor, was not physically fit to serve. Meryl Streep being Christopher Walken's fiancée-to-be, and the way that her life was affected. It really covers all aspects of people who were affected, whether they served or they didn't. Christopher Walken won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. It was well-deserved, and it was extremely powerful, and it's not the traditional Christopher Walken. An interesting story about the late John Cazale, who, if any of you who have seen him in The Godfather Part 2, Dog Day Afternoon, The Conversation, just great movies in his short career. He was actually not well during this movie. He was dying, as a matter of fact. The studio did not have faith in him surviving long enough, and Robert De Niro, who insisted that he be in this movie, stood up for him and paid for his salary completely. It really shows in the film. The cast just has a wonderful bond between them, and they really put in their work, and it's a no-nonsense movie with great lines, great dialogue, great story, great character development and character work, and it covers all angles, and it's really a phenomenal movie. The length is close to a 3-hour mark. If you have no patience, then I would say, sorry, you can't see this movie, but to the avid film goer, it is a must. It is a classic. The reason I say this is because there are many Robert De Niro movies that I think everyone has seen, whether it's Goodfellas or Raging Bull or Taxi Driver. The Deer Hunter, I think, is a little bit underscored and not given enough credit as a great movie. It surely is a true classic of the contemporary film era. All in all, I'd say it's another great film that has all aspects covered beautifully. Direction, story, acting. It's all masterfully done, effectively told, and a very humanistic story. Let me know in the comments what you think of The Deer Hunter. Could you relate to it, even though most likely you've never served in a war? Was the humanistic qualities of it very prevalent? Did it make you sad? Did it make you have more of an appreciation for veterans and people who have served? What are your feelings as an anti-war film? And that's pretty much it.